Hi guys, welcome to the Wrestling Retrospective, and in today's video I'm going to be doing my predictions for NXT Battleground 2025. So first up on the card, we have a 6-man tag team match, which is the Culling. So Sean Spears, Nico Vance and Brooks Jensen taking on the team of the NXT Tag Team Champions Hank and Tank with Josh Briggs. In a match that's very put together, I'm surprised this made pay-per-view and wasn't just on NXT next week, where we're doing that Shawn Legacy versus Ricky Starks at some point, and we're doing Ethan Page versus Ricky Saints for the North American title on NXT next week instead of putting it on the pay-per-view. But I digress. For me, I feel like Josh Briggs and Hank and Tank are going to get the win here. With Sean Spears getting the win last night on NXT over Josh Briggs, it makes sense that they kind of even the wins out before the Culling more inevitably start targeting the Tag Team Championships, and kind of Josh Briggs goes into his own thing, I assume. But yeah, no, for me, with the heels winning last night, it makes sense that the babyfaces would get a big babyface win on the pay-per-view. Next up, we have Khani Jordan taking on Sora for the North American Championship, or the Women's North American Championship. And for me, these two had a fantastic match at Heatwave last year for, ironically, Khani Jordan's Women's North American Championship. So for me, I feel like this is probably going to be one of the better matches of the night. These two have very, very good chemistry together, except kind of Khani's more of a heel now, or at least every so often kind of does more heel stuff. Whereas Sora is a pure babyface. And yeah, it's a match I very much am looking forward to. And for me, I'm going to go with Sora to get the win here and retain, because it feels more and more like we're heading more towards Zarya versus Sora for the championship, and it feels like that's the natural kind of the natural storyline of the championship going forward, is to get to Zarya versus Sora, which personally I would have at Evolution. With that only a few months away, we've already seen cracks with Zarya taking out Sora during the match last night. But yeah, for me, as I said, I'm going to go with Sora to get the win here, but it's kind of like a really, really good match to have on the way to get into like what is the real feud for the North American title, which is, of course, Zarya and Sora. After that, we have Tony DAngelo taking on Stax, or Channing Stax Lorenzo. I'm just going to call him Stax for this. And for me, this is a feud I've not really been that interested in. They've not really done much in-ring as far as it goes. It's all been video packages. And I mean, the match builds itself. It's very natural that they put this on pay-per-view. But for me, I'm going to go with Stax to get the win here. It feels like they're going to start with a heel win, and then it'll eventually lead to Tony overcoming the odds and kind of getting that big babyface win. Will we see Lucas Rusafino? I'm not sure if he was released or not, to be fair. If he wasn't released and he isn't actually dead in the desert, I feel like he's going to show up here. I feel like Rizzo's going to show up here. Like the whole family, I kind of feel like the whole family is going to show up. Tony's going to feel safe, and then they're all going to turn on him as well. They're going to side with Stax, and it's going to be Tony versus the family going forward. I feel like that makes the most sense going forward. I feel like it's a good story to tell, because then essentially DAngelo has lost everything out of this feud, and then he can kind of rebuild himself, like not necessarily completely rebrand himself, but like the whole Mafia stuff can kind of fade away a little bit, and it might help him fit in a lot more if he were to go up to the main roster. So yeah, for me, I'm going to go with Stats to get the win here, but with like a lot of shenanigans going on with the whole, like with the other members of the family getting involved. Following that, we have Miles Bourne challenging for the NXT Championship against Obafemi, and for me, this is Obafemi to get the win. I cannot see Miles Bourne getting the win here. If anything, we're probably going to have to bury Miles Bourne in Tampa, because he's going to be dead after this match. Like, honestly, I mean, pure respect to the guy. Wrestling partly deaf must be really difficult, and then going up against like monster like Obafemi is going to be incredibly difficult. Like, I do not envy him at all. But no, it's an interesting week to go. It really puts some interest on the NXT title, because they're having people very unexpected challenge for the championship. But no, for me, I think it's very easy to predict that Obafemi is 100% winning this match. Following that, we have Joe Hendry defending the TNA World Championship against Trick Williams on an NXT pay-per-view. No, for me, it all kind of depends on Under Siege. I know a lot of people will go for Trick, maybe because Hendry stood tall at the end of last night's NXT, but the story doesn't end here. Like, it doesn't end with NXT, it ends at Under Siege on Friday and probably gets a bit added on Impact on Thursday. So for me, as I've gone in my Under Siege predictions, I've gone with Trick and Frankie Kazarian to get the win there. I'm going with Joe Hendry to successfully defend the TNA Championship here at Battleground. Yeah, I can't see them giving a TNA title to an NXT superstar, especially not the World Championship, though if they were going to put it on anyone, they'd probably want to put it on Trick. I can't see that happening. If they're going to give the NXT superstars a TNA title, it'll be one much lower down the card, like the Knockouts Tag Team Championships or something. So yeah, for me, I feel like it's very not easy. I feel like it's gonna be one of the better matches of the night. I feel like Hendry's gonna get a really good match out of Trick here, but yeah, for me, Hendry doesn't lose the title here. And finally, in the match that I feel should definitely be main event, but they might give it to Hendry and Trick, so fair enough if they do. We have Stephanie McCurr defending the NXT Women's Championship against Jordynne Grace in a match that I think will be match of the night. I feel like they're still going to have an absolutely banger, in the words of Sheamus. But no, for me, I'm going to go with Stephanie McCurr to retain here. She has a lot of popularity around her. And yeah, as much as Jordynne Grace will become NXT Women's Champion at some point, I don't feel like it's going to be quite yet. I feel like they've got people like Jada Parker to probably come and challenge again, as well as others. I mean, Lola Vice has been set up quite well to be the next challenger for the NXT Women's Championship as well. And of course, the Latino versus Latino with Lola versus Vaquer, I feel like would be very good. So for me, I feel like Vaquer is going to barely escape this match, but it's going to be her biggest test to date. Is going to be one that really takes it to the limit, but I feel like Jordynne's just going to lose out, and it's going to take Jordynne to be built up a little bit more to kind of get to the NXT Women's Championship maybe later on in the year. But yeah, I feel like this is going to be an absolutely fantastic match, but yeah, for me, I've got Stephanie Vaquer to win this one. So those are my predictions for NXT Battleground 2025. There is a lot of predictions on the channel recently. The Saturday's main event was out yesterday. TNA Under Siege was up on Monday, and AEW Double or Nothing will be up tomorrow. I was a very busy weekend, 4 events in 3 days for wrestling wise. There's also a Wrestling Revisit on All Out 2021. That'll be out on Friday, it'll be out on Friday. So yeah, do stick around for that. Sorry, I'm tripping over words so much. But yeah, do put down in the comments below your predictions for NXT Battleground and anything you'd like to see on the show. Do we get any surprises, anything like that? I don't think so, but we might do. You never know. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Do like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.